If you're an author who wants to grow a consistent newsletter but has no idea what to actually include in the newsletter, this is for you. You're going to want to save this one. Many times when I talk to authors about a newsletter, they kind of roll their eyes and go, oh boy, something else to add to my to-do list. But a newsletter is actually one of the most powerful items in your marketing toolkit, and it's not as hard as you might think. I'm going to show you some of the easiest ways to create consistent content for your newsletter. If you're just starting off with a new newsletter, or if you have kind of abandoned your newsletter and haven't been consistent with it, I always tell authors to start simple and get fancy later. So this means starting with consistency first. So if you are brand new or if you want to revive it, start off with sending one newsletter a month. Because creating that consistency and using that muscle over and over again is going to help not only make the process easier, but it's going to help you to really get into the habit of sending a newsletter. Plus, when you're only creating one newsletter a month, you're only going to have to come up with 12 topics for the entire year. And that's pretty doable. If you're able to add more than one newsletter a month, that's great, but start simple with just once a month. And then the next step is to look at the content that you have already created. This can be social media posts, this can be blog posts, this can be YouTube videos, this can be podcast interviews. This could even be evergreen blog posts that you wrote years ago. So take a look at what you already have, and anything that's evergreen, meaning it doesn't associate with any specific dates or it doesn't really center around specific events, you can reuse that as your newsletter content. It's about working smarter, not harder. So go through those ideas and then assign a topic per month. This is going to help you add value to your newsletter to give your readers an added experience of your writing, of what you have to offer. It's not only going to be just about promoting your book. So when we focus on using our newsletter more as an avenue to provide more value and to give, when we do have a promotion where we want to ask for a sale or ask for a review, it's going to be more accepted and readers are going to be more open to taking part in that. The beauty of the newsletter is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with a completely different set of content for the newsletter. You can use what you already have. And third, your newsletters do not have to be long. Put yourself in your ideal reader's shoes. If you opened your email and see this magnum opus email from someone, you might think, oh, I'll read it later. They don't have to be long. They can be short and they can direct them to a blog post or another link that you can drive traffic to your website. So when you can plan ahead and see that you have a topic assigned to each month, it's going to be much less overwhelming and it's going to be more doable. If you want some more guidance, I got you covered. Check out my newsletter starter kit for authors. It has everything that you need to get started with your newsletter. The link is in my bio.